You have to hear voices that are teaching you that your life is up to you. So I'm pastoring this family. They had a daughter who had 50 operations before she was 13 years old. I believe in healing. I believe Jesus never once put anybody through that, never once. And
every good thing comes from above.
Yeah. So the mom was in the bank one day, and she had a aneurysm in the bank and just passed out completely. And I had just preached that Sunday, it's done, it just doesn't look done yet. Don't go by what you see. So she said, while she was unconscious, she said she just kept hearing that over and over in her head. It's done, it just doesn't look done yet. And she took that to mean I'm healed, I just don't look healed yet. They were telling the family, they said, a lot of people don't recover from this. She came completely out of it and it was completely well. But now there's more to this story because I'm going to the responsibility aspect. So I felt as a minister that 13-year-old girl was part my responsibility. But you know what happens is people see situations like that, and they, instead of taking the blame for that situation, they will say, God did it to you.
Yeah.
And that takes the blame off of me. It takes the responsibility off of me when I do that. And so how many people are doing that? They don't want to be responsible for that not happening, but I took responsibility. I said, she's my responsibility, and I took it, and I failed at that responsibility, but I did not shirk my responsibility. I did not ever once tell that family that God's doing this to you, that you're going through this, that he's, you're his special child. Well, I'll tell you what, I saw this girl with my own eyes, and she did not have a special life. And for me to say God did it to her is just not the truth. And I don't have a right to say anything like that in Jesus' name. If your spiritual leaders, the spiritual voices that you're listening to aren't telling you the truth, you need to find new voices.
New voices.
You need to find people who are actually telling you the truth. It's always us that did something that we didn't do something, or we did something, we neglected to do something. It's always our responsibility. So we take that responsibility. And I just heard this story. I can't say how many hours I've listened to Norval Hayes sermons, but I just heard this story. I never heard it before. And he was talking about when he was 10 years old, his mother died. She was a real soul winner. One thing Baptists understand is salvation, how to get people saved and how to help people find Jesus. And that's a wonderful thing. And she got sick and died. And he said for 4 years, every time he thought of his mom, he would have to leave the room and go cry. He said he would just cry his eyes out. For 4 years this happened. Every time either the mom came up or he thought of her, he'd have to go be by himself. And one day he was kind of angry with God, and he said, God, why did you do this? Why did you kill my mom? Because that was what he taught, what he was taught in his church. And he said the Spirit of God spoke to him. He said, I did not kill your mom. I didn't have anything to do with it. The church she goes to didn't teach her.
That's what she goes to didn't teach her. I'm telling you that.
It's important.
So important. It's life and death situations. What the church you go, it's life and death situations.
It really is.